Okay, let's start like this. Guys, today I will not talk in Italian because I am here with John, who is a developer who work with the AI. This will be the only English video in course area. John, I think you can talk about yourself to the audience.
Yeah, so hello, I'm John. So I am a software developer. I've been doing software development for 17 years in a company. I recently moved to Chiang Mai to work as a freelance developer and been using a lot of AI to develop my own apps, iOS app and website recently.
Okay, I think you should tell our audience what are the name of your apps so they can check.
Oh, yeah, so since I moved to Thailand and I started to learn Thai, I made an app to learn Thai that is called Thai Quest, which is a gamified version of Thai learning with quizzes. And since I work out at this place, CrossFit Chiang Mai, I also made an app to track my performance in CrossFit, which is called Set.
About that I want to say something. I suggested to a lot of you to look at your own interest and start to build an app about something you are interested in, because it's a good way of learning how to develop, but to develop with AI. But right now I want to ask John 4 questions about AI development, so he can tell you his own perspective. First question is, because you guys ask me this a lot, the first question is, what is the best coding agent?
Yeah, so I think people are focusing a bit too much on what's the best, while now, honestly, all the models are good enough for what most people want to do. So you need to choose the tool that you are the most familiar with, or simple the service that fits your budget. If $100, $200, take the plan that is good for you and stick to it, because if you change plan and things every time, you don't learn. So pick the one that you like and just stick to it.
So I want to add this because I saw that in Operazione Launchpad a lot. When you are developing a function, like for example a paywall, try to finish that function with your own coding agent. If you are using anti-gravity, finish the paywall. And if you want to switch to Codex, to Claude, it's okay, I cannot stop you, but at least try to finish that function with anti-gravity. So, second question, which I don't remember anymore. Oh, yes. The second question is that, how can you make Codex or anti-gravity or Claude work a lot of hours for you? Like you can go in the morning, do the prompt, and then leave the computer working. How that works?
Yeah, so there is two things to take into account. So if you want to just stop prompting the agent to generate code, instead of asking him, okay, now generate this small function, you need to spend a lot of time.
This mess up the audio every time. Okay, gone. Okay.
So you need to spend a lot more times on the specification. So you need to have an idea, you need to brainstorm the idea. This will generate a huge file, and then you need to iterate on the specification. And once you are good with the full specification, then you can trigger your agent to basically implement the specification from start to finish and just see the result in the end.
Yeah, basically you should spend more time to be very clear about what you want so the agent can work long.
Yeah.
Before you told me that you have a process to be very clear about that.
Yeah. It's now you will find online a lot of skills to do this kind of workflow. So you will find skill to brainstorm. So first you would use the brainstorm skill to generate to expand your idea into a new specification. Then you will need a skill that I will say a name, but I use the skill Grill Me, which is a skill that basically queries the specification and your code base and challenge you on the choices and how to implement it. And basically, once you are good with the content of the specification, you basically just have to ask for the implementation to start, and that's it.
Grill me is on Codex.
Grill me, yeah.
Okay. And since you talked about skill, I think you should explain to our audience what a skill is for the people maybe who don't know.
Yeah, basically, a skill is just a prompt that will customize the behavior of the following request of the agent. So if you have, for example, a skill for cook, the skill will basically explain the agent how to describe a recipe and the ingredients. So it's basically just customization of your context. And in our scenario of software development, you will have a skill to have some expert agent, let's say database expert agent. You will use a database skill, Swift UI expert agent for your iOS apps, and you would use a Swift UI skill, etc. So any kind of expert agents are like created by basically using a skill.
A skill is just a prompt file, to be honest.
It's just text.
And you can find a lot of skill online. You can just search skill repository for Codex or something like that. There are a lot of things.
In Codex itself, you have a plugin tab where you can browse for available skills already.
Yeah. And so, last question is a very important one. How to reduce prompt length, because a lot of my students have this problem that they have a very long prompt, very long context, and the credit goes down very fast, the quota goes down very fast. How to make the most, especially for people who have like the 20 euros plan?
Yeah, one of the skills that I use for this is called Caveman. So there is multiple versions of this skill, but the overall logic is basically, instead of having the agent speaking to you in a verbose way with like long sentences, etc., it will try to be really concise, and the more concise it is, the less token it will use, so the less it will cost. So it's really important because it has double effects. First, you use less token, so you pay less, and the second, that since it writes less text, you are more inclined to read it, because let's be honest, when the agent is writing pages of text, we don't read it, so maybe he's going the wrong way and we don't even realize it.
I always have a student who don't. There is a student which I'm thinking about right now. Then when the text is too long, he always read only the last phrase every time. Yeah. So Caveman will help you. Okay, thank you, John. Guys, guess where John is from by the accent. I'm of course Italian. You can guess what kind of... This is Italian spaghetti English. You can guess what kind of English John is speaking. Thank you, John. Bye bye, guys.